Hi, this is Ambika, Assistant Professor, Department of AIML. Today we are going to discuss about the software project management. Under that, we are going to discuss about planning and scheduling. So let us go for a small recap. So why the project fails? It is mainly due to poor coding. Apart from that, it also fails due to the poor planning and also the poor scheduling. So let us know about the importance of project planning and scheduling. Software project planning. So project planning is nothing but a process of defining the scope, estimating the resources, identifying what are the risks are there, and also creating the schedules. So the main goal of the project planning is to predict the project execution, how we are going to do the project execution. Next is planning activities. So it involves a scope definition, the effort we are going to put, and also the cost estimation, resource planning, risk management, as well as the schedule development. Project initiation and analysis. Here we are going to define the business goals, feasibility, high-level requirements, and breaking down the project into manageable tasks. Next is requirements gathering and scope definition. It gives a detailed functional or non-functional needs, features, constraints, and also the clearing a scope. Next is methodology selection. Here we are going to choose a suitable development model like Agile model, waterfall model. Design and architecture. We are going to create the high-level system architecture with a detailed design along with the prototyping. Resource and cost estimation. We are going to estimate the effort, budget, and also identify the required human, software, as well as environmental resources. Scheduling. Next, we are going to develop a detailed timeline with the task, dependencies, milestones, as well as the deliverables. Risk management. Here we are going to identify the potential risk like technical, budget, or scope, and also we are going to plan the mitigation strategies. Next is team and roles, which is used for assigning the roles, responsibilities, and establishing the communication channels. Next, we are going to develop the code based on the designs. Next comes the testing and quality assurance. So the rigorous testing will be done to meet the requirements and also the quality standards. Next is deployment and release, which releases software to the users. Next comes the maintenance and support. Here we have planned for the updates, bug fixes, and also for ongoing support post-launch. Next is project scheduling. So what do you mean by project scheduling? So it is nothing but the allocation of task, time, and as well as the resources. It also ensures the timely delivery, task dependency management. Scheduling inputs. So here the scheduling requires the work breakdown structure here. It is nothing but the project will be divided into the sub-projects, and the sub-project will be divided into subtasks, and also further it is divided into the subtasks. So it also includes the task dependencies, resource availability, and project milestones. Scheduling techniques. So it includes the Gantt charts, PERT chart, program evaluation review technique, and CPM is the critical path method. Gantt chart. So it is a bar chart representation of the schedule. It shows a task duration as well as start and end dates. So it is best for the simple and medium projects. So a Gantt chart is nothing but a visual project management tool which uses the horizontal bars to map the task as well as the timeline, and also it shows the start and end dates of the task along with the duration and dependencies. So it helps the team for tracking the progress, for managing the resources, and also it will see whether the tasks they overlap the other tasks so that the project it cannot be delayed. Next comes the key components. So the Gantt chart includes the tasks. They are listed vertically. The timelines are listed in the horizontal scale, which includes days, weeks, as well as months. And the horizontal bars is used for each task, showing its starting and ending date along with the duration. And the dependency shows whether the one task it depends on the other task. Next comes the milestones will be represented using the diamond symbol, and the progress will be done using the shaded portions. So it works based on planning, scheduling, monitoring the task, and also the resource management. Next comes the PERT chart. So it is a program evaluation review technique. So it is mainly based on network-based scheduling. It focuses on task dependencies as well as uncertainty in time estimates. The key components of the PERT chart are nodes. So they are represented using the circles. So it represents the events or milestones. Next, the arrows, it represents the activities between the tasks. Dependencies will be indicated whether the one task it depends on other or not. Next, the time estimates, it will calculate the time for the task to complete. Next comes the critical path. So it is nothing but the longest sequence of tasks. So it will determine the shortest possible project completion time. So here the task will be identified and then the project will be divided into individual tasks. Next, it will determine the order in which the task must be performed. Then the time will be estimated by using three types like optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely duration. Then the network will be connected using nodes and with the arrows and also the labeling arrows. Next, the critical path will be calculated. So the optimistic means it determines the shortest possible time. So if everything goes perfectly, so if the time is under normal conditions, it means it is most likely. And in case of any problems, it leads to the pessimistic. Then the variance and standard deviation will be calculated using the formula. Next is critical path method. So it is a project management technique in order to find the longest sequence of dependent tasks so that it can determine the minimum project completion time. So the key concepts, it includes the critical path, critical activities, and also the float, which is nothing but the time in which the non-critical tasks can be delayed without affecting the project's end date. So it mainly works on listing the activities. So and also to determine the dependencies, it will create a network diagram, estimate the duration of the task, and the earliest and latest times will also be calculated, and also it identifies the critical path. Benefits and challenges. So the benefits of this one is on-time delivery, cost control, risk reduction, and also clear accountability. The challenges includes inaccurate estimation, resource conflicts. Thank you.